Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, so I guess I'll talk about Doctor Who. I thought this was pretty interesting. This is an article that came out today from the Radio Times. Millie Gibson, remember her? She played the companion last season. I guess she came back. She responds to Doctor Who woke criticism. Just watch it and get over it. Just get over it and watch it. Give us your views, bigots. We're going to talk about this because, Ncuti Gatwa is the one who told people to just go touch some grass. People went and touched grass, and now Doctor Who has the lowest ratings in the entire 60-year history of the show, and its future is in doubt. Golly gee willikers, who could have foreseen that coming? Historically, people want to talk potential viewers into watching their show so they can keep their jobs. But no, not Ncuti Gatwa, not Russell T Davies. They're just like, yeah, you know what? Bigots go away. We don't need you. For every bigot we get rid of, we have 20 more diverse people lined up to watch this show. No, you do not. You do not. Doctor Who fandom is dwindling, dying. I mean, it's very depressing. This show was absolute peak pop culture penetration. So many jokes in there. Like 10, 15 years ago. Like Doctor Who was always like a niche thing here in the US, but everybody knew Doctor Who like 10 or 15 years ago. And then you could kind of see it kind of dropping off. And then the death knell was definitely Jodie Whittaker in the Chibnall era, because it just bored people to tears. And then RTD 2.0 is just like the kill shot. It's over. But bigots, you're supposed to just watch it. This is what's so frustrating about the culture war and the people making the entertainment. They take it for granted that you're going to watch it. And I think for a while people did. Like, they would complain about it, but they would still go watch it or buy it or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, I hate this hamburger, but I'll eat it, I guess, but I really freaking hate it. No, that did happen for a while. Now people are okay with breaking the habit. For me, it was Star Wars. Like, I said before, my wife and I, huge Star Wars fans. That's part of the reason that we got together. She used to deal in vintage toys back in the day. We had a massive collection we sold, but we had a shared love of Star Wars, and we never missed a Star Wars anything. And after The Last Jedi, when The Rise of Skywalker came out, we didn't go see it. It was the first Star Wars movie since we're together that we did not go to the midnight showing, or the previews or whatever. It used to be a midnight showing. Now the midnight showing's at like 2:00 in the afternoon the day before, right? It's so weird. But no, we didn't go, and then we waited, and we still didn't go. To this day, I have not seen The Rise of Skywalker. I've seen a couple of clips on YouTube just because I wanted to watch this to see how bad it actually was, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm out. And I've skipped most of the Disney Plus shows. It's okay. It's okay to not consume the product. If it doesn't make you happy, it's okay to not watch it. I'd rather not watch Doctor Who and not be angry about it than, you know what I'm saying? Then watch it and just get mad and, shake my tiny fists. Actually, my fists are pretty big. Shake my big ass hairy man hands. Hit the sky, yell at the sky, because nobody's listening, right? They don't care. But they take it for granted that you're going to buy the comic books. They take it for granted you're going to buy the video game. They take it for granted you're going to keep paying for Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? And they don't feel like they have to work to keep their customers anymore. And now you're not just competing with other entertainment or other distractions. Now you're actually competing with yourselves, your ghosts, the older versions of the IP that are better. I would rather spend my time watching classic Doctor Who on Roku, which I do. I run it in the background all the time. I would rather watch classic Doctor Who than watch any of the new Doctor Who. And you can't take that away from me. Well, until they do, they'll be like, no, we're going to paywall. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'd rather, if I'm going to watch Star Wars, I'd rather watch the original trilogy or even the prequels. But I haven't even watched those, honestly, since The Last Jedi. I'm going to be honest. I used to watch Star Wars, all the movies, at least once or twice a year, start to finish. And it just, I was like, yeah, I'm done. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to let it go. So let's talk about this, because they don't want you to let it go. They want to call you names. They want to call you bigots. They want to complain about you, but they don't want you to let it go because they need the money. They need the paycheck, right? So this is going to be an interesting article. We're going to read it. Guys, go out to badorcs.com if you want to pick up some of these pins from Nidaria Entertainment. That's our company, publishing company. We're going to be doing more stuff. All of our stuff is going to be moved over to Nidaria. We're going to do comics and games and other stuff. We're just going to make stuff. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but yeah, maybe we'll do a card game or something with these guys at some point in time. But if you want these pins, and we got some patches and stuff coming too. It's not going to be a big campaign, but appreciate the support. Sometime next week, this is the first time we've actually used Backer Kit natively. We've been using it for years to fulfill campaigns, but this is the first time we've actually run a campaign directly on Backer Kit. So we got to wait for approval and all that. Little more complicated than Kickstarter, but they seem to be a pretty good crew over there. So thank you very much for the support. All right, this is coming from the Radio Times. Millie Gibson responds to Doctor Who woke criticism. Just watch it and get over it. The show is pure and beautiful. Yeah, pure and beautiful. The Doctor's wearing a dress now. He wants you to go touch grass. The long-standing and rather annoying criticism about the recent run of Doctor Who that's gone woke. It's gone woke, whether it's due to the diverse casting or storylines. Again, the Doctor is wearing a blankety-blank dress. The Doctor is wearing a dress. Just saying. No, it's not woke. It's not woke at all. For those working on the show, it's no setback for them. It will be when you don't have a job anymore. In a new interview with The Standard, Millie Gibson has addressed the comments made by viewers simply stating, I just watch the show for what it is. Or not. You don't have to. I'm just saying, you do you. If you want to watch it and you enjoy it, that's fine. I'm glad for you. Doctor Who used to be my favorite show. And it was for a very long time. It was our family's favorite show. And yeah, I'm a little bitter about what it's become. It's sad. It's sad. She told the publication, I remember watching an episode where David Tennant goes back, I think it's with Martha, and they meet Shakespeare, and he's like, oh yeah, Shakespeare's quite hot. It's literally what Who does. Yeah, but it wasn't as, like, look, I've said before, if you watched, especially Russell T Davies' first run, there were obvious LGBTQ themes, right? Obviously there. But it wasn't like the driving force of this show. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was still a show for everybody. And I don't remember David Tennant telling people to go touch grass. But back then, when the show first came on, like, we didn't know everything everybody was thinking all the time. I think that's part of the problem with everything, is like, it was so much easier when you could just objectively enjoy a piece of entertainment without thinking, oh, that guy's an asshole, or, she won't shut up, or, you know what I'm saying? I think because the way the world is, they're making jabs at anything that's relating to this. It's not necessary. No, it's not. People, I'm telling you, Millie, if you're listening, I don't know you, but if you're listening, I'm telling you, what's going on is that people are just checking out. They're not watching. Right. And most of the people they're checking out, they're not saying anything. It's a handful of people complaining about online. But the real tell that Doctor Who is in trouble is the record low viewership, 60-year record low. And that's with Disney Plus promoting the show, where they were promoting it first. Now I don't think they care. They're just like, yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off, get it done, get it over with, get it out of here. We got better things to do. like make theme parks in Abu Dhabi, where the doctor will not be wearing a dress if he was in the park, but he won't be. The show is so pure and beautiful. It's literally about two best friends traveling the universe. So just watch it and get over it somewhat. Didn't cross my mind at all having people like Jinx Monsoon as the maestro. I'm her biggest fan. I don't think it's a problem at all. I mean, it depends. It depends on who you ask. It depends on if it's the focus. Look, the doctor's wearing a damn dress. Come on. Just saying. Gibson is the first star to speak on the show's perceived wokeness. Did they just visit the planet of the incels? Come on. Like, you can't make this shit up, right? I can't picture the 11th Doctor with Amy and Rory going to the planet of the incels with the doctor wearing a damn dress. Can you? No, I cannot. Tom Baker wearing a dress going to the planet of the incels. Tom Baker fighting, white supremacy or toxic masculinity wearing a dress. Can you picture that? I cannot. I cannot. There's been a couple of Dr. Woke references or whatever. She said, I just think we're doing the right thing if we're getting comments like that. Again, the numbers don't lie, and they've been going down. You might think you're doing the right thing, but I'm willing to bet a majority of your audience does not feel that way. She added, woke means inclusive, progressive, and that you care about people. And as far as I know, the core of Doctor Who is kindness, love, and doing the right thing. So watch our show, bigots. No, I added that. God. Okay. No, woke doesn't mean that. I get into the semantics. Woke is a bastardized version of progressivism, right? Of left-wing politics. A bastardized, ridiculous version of it, a cartoon version of it, where you're supposed to be so inclusive and progressive that you're actually regressive and you exclude people and then you call them names when you watch your show and you tell them to go touch grass or whatever. Russell T Davies addressed the criticism during an appearance on BBC Radio 2 show Doctor Who. How many damn BBC channels are there? Doesn't it get complicated for you guys? In the UK, doesn't it get hard to keep track of? Well, okay, so it's BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 8, BBC 9. Just call them something different. I mean, at least over here we had MTV and MTV2. Well, okay. Then VH1, we had that. That would get I'd be like, we're going to call this one like BBC Fred and this other one BBC Joe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just BBC Sci-Fi. I don't know. You got to do something besides numbers. But that's just my opinion as an American. All right. He had no time for reactions from online warriors. Nah, he cashed the check. He doesn't care. Someone always brings up matters of diversity, and there are online warriors accusing us of diversity and wokeness and involving messages and issues. I have no time for this. I don't have 1 second to bear because what you might call diversity, I just call an open door. Yeah, somebody tried, they messaged him on Instagram. And I would love to talk to RTD. I would. But he doesn't seem like he's quite the same guy he was 15, 20 years ago. But they mentioned us specifically, and they said, look, they're not saying you shouldn't have any progressive themes in Doctor Who, just like it's like things are ridiculous and they're calling people names. And he basically told them to go, that we were clowns and told them to go shut up or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much the attitude, right? I mean, it's really hard to support a show when you know the people that run the show, that work on the show, don't think very much of you. And it's not that in this case, they literally don't think much of us. So we're YouTube commentators. And we've seen this happen with Lucasfilm, they've turned on big Star Wars channels like Star Wars Theory. You know, they only care about you if you're promoting their product for them. If you have any criticism of the product, you're no longer useful because your job is to be the Pied Piper and lead them to purchase said product, consume said product. We learned this when we were doing the Disney influencer thing. they really don't want you to be honest. They want you to feign honesty so your audience believes you. But at the end of the day, your job is still to help Disney sell shit, even if it's bad shit. And, this is what we had this whole geekosphere, all these nerd influencers for the last like 10, 12 years. And that's what they did. They basically were like, everything's fantastic, guys. Go consume more. Go buy the latest this or latest that. Comics are just fine. Everything's just fine. If you don't like it, you're a damn Nazi. The Doctor prancing around in the dress, that's totally fine. Tom Baker would have done that. The fuck he would. The fuck he would. Yeah. So there we go, guys. Oh, hey, I forgot about this one. Yeah, New York Times. I just think this is interesting. They're like, has Disney Plus changed Doctor Who? US and UK fans discuss. I'm just going to scroll down here and you can see the people that they asked. They're basically the people they asked. They all said Doctor Who's fine. It's great. Diversity, inclusion, it's fine. And we're just going to scroll and they have pictures of everybody they asked. Okay, there we go. Here's one. It's reassuring to see that Doctor Who is reaching new audiences, says Crystal D. Here's another one. Vera Wild. Gatwa was the most charismatic person who has taken on the role. Patrick Rogers. I really want the show to look forward and get a new creative blood. Get some new creative blood in by bringing back Tennant and RTD. Okay, here we go. This is your typical Who fan right here. Tad Davis. Say he thought the Disney Plus deal was great from a distribution standpoint. Yeah, it was. It actually got Doctor Who in front of a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's not good Doctor Who. That's it. They put Tad Davis last, and he's probably been watching since the beginning. Yeah, it's over. Just whatever. Whatever. Badorks.com. Badorks.com. Gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.